sleep all day. I hit that tape, ham and egg.
Well, good morning, everybody. Punk Rock Baker here. Just kind of recuperating after the holidays. We got tomorrow's New Year's Eve. We had a really good holiday with family. Really cool, really great dinner. There's the tree. I'll show you the tree. The tree there. We still got some stuff to give to some of the kids and stuff, and the grandkids that we didn't get to see, but it's all coming. It's just got to be coordinated. Anyway, hope you all had a great holiday with your family. It's a rainy day here in California, so trying to get some of the posting stuff done. We have a garage full of stuff that needs to be posted and so forth. So we're still kind of working at that and whittling it down so we can get in that garage and actually make it functional. So just wanted to kind of do a video and say Merry Christmas to everybody that's out there, and Happy New Year coming up. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Like I said, it's just been very busy around here with the shop and everything. JC Mercantile, the eBay page, eBay store, and we're on Poshmark also. And we've just opened an Etsy store for some of the other stuff that we have, some of the collectible stuff and the vintage stuff and so forth. So that'll be exciting to get some of that stuff on there. Some of the bigger stuff that we've posted, or not posted yet, but we have for sale. So we get that stuff on there. So I just want to kind of show you real quick just some of the stuff we kind of been working on here. We've got a couple of things that have sold in the last couple of days. We actually thought that we wouldn't have a lot of stuff sell over the holidays. This is kind of our first holiday season with the store, so we were pleasantly surprised to see how much stuff did sell and how much stuff continues to sell after the holidays. So it's pretty cool to see all that stuff and see how active everything is. And we just it seems like every day we sell a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. So that's good. We're growing, and that's the objective. So a few of the things that sold last night, we didn't have any sales last night until, well, I think we had one, and then all of a sudden we woke up and we had a few more. So this is I'll show you here. This is a Nickelodeon phone, and I'll post the posting on there so you can kind of get an idea of what it was. Really cool phone that we got on an online auction. I think we paid up a little bit for that, but that thing sold for almost $100. Over $100 for shipping, so that's pretty good. Carhartt hat here is pretty dang new. This is actually a personal item, so I think I wore it maybe once. Just not my style of hat that I wear. It's a snapback Carhartt. Cool hat, just didn't seem to fit like I like my hats to fit. So I don't often wear a hat, but when I do, I like them to fit right. So let's get the bam tag right there. So that's cool. That's sold. That sold for about $15, I believe, plus shipping. Generally don't do free shipping on stuff because as you resellers know how much shipping materials cost. It's just bananas. So I don't know that, we're not Amazon and we're not Walmart or Target. We can't afford to just be giving shipping away, shipping materials. So we do charge for shipping, however, and we get this question all the time. Let me just go through this stuff and I'll go through. This is an acorn ornament. It's got a little bell in it. Pretty cool. We've kind of noticed that some of the Christmas stuff is still selling after Christmas, which is pretty cool. And we haven't discounted anything. But that's sold. I don't know if that sold for was, I don't know, $9 or something like that. I don't remember. And then this Tommy Bahama shirt sold. So all that stuff will be going out today. some of the stuff we did pick up, and we've kind of, like I said, we've been trying to kind of whittle down on posting is, we picked up a lot of manga, Japanese manga comic books. They're not comic books, they're like little paperbacks. And we picked up a whole bunch of them. They seem to do really well. They seem to sell really well. And we just got these posted. So there's a whole series of these Dragon Quests. And what's cool about these books is they're all Japanese. So if you know how to read Japanese and you like to read a book backwards, that's your gig right there. I got some other ones, some mangas here, a different series of manga here. It's a what is that? I think that's called the Clash of the Stars or something like that. Japanese manga series. Irresponsible Man of Space or Irresponsible Man of the Universe or something like that. That's a whole series there of manga book. And then I picked these up on a different auction a while ago, and I think we paid $1 for these. So, and they sell for quite a bit. These are 35 millimeter movie trailers. So there's in this lot here, and these are posted. I just finished posting these. This lot right here I got posted for $100. These go for about $25 a pop. Waking Ned Divine, The Faculty, Joey, and the Mighty Joe Young movies. I don't know what the allure is with 35 millimeter. I mean, you have to have a reel to play them, and if you're just a collector, but they are really cool to see. I mean, these are the actual films that get sent to, and these are from like the 90s. These are like 1998, and these as well. These were untitled. I think one of them, they had some tape with some writing on, so these have obviously been watched. That lot's going for $50, and I think like the Stepmom is in there, but those are all from the 90s. But really cool, just kind of a collectible to have, I guess. Those are the actual reels that get sent to the theaters. The things you watch before your movie starts. That's how they come. Well, that's how they used to come anyway. 35 millimeter flat film right there. And then some more manga books. These actually have not been posted yet, but I'm in the process. So anyway, that's just kind of what's been going on. It's been kind of quiet here. We're trying to whittle down some of our inventory in the garage, like I said. So we're just working on that, and again, doing the holidays and so forth, and trying to keep active with the store and everything, and keep things going, because it's growing, and it's progressing. So we're really happy with the growth. I see some of the people that we watch on YouTube, they're like, I did $5,000 in one day or 1 week or whatever. And I'm like, wow, if we ever get to that point, it would be awesome. But I mean, at that point, it truly is a full-time job. It already is, it's to some degree, but it's really cool, and we really enjoy watching a lot of you guys on YouTube that do your own YouTube channels, NC Picker, and there's just a bunch of other ones, a homeschool mom and stuff like that we've discovered on YouTube that do the same thing we do, and really have kind of inspired us to take this to the next level. It started out as a hobby, but it really is, it's fun. It really is. So I just wanted to, on behalf of Candy and myself and Matilda, who's over there on the back of the chair sleeping her day away, that's an awesome DAD song. I might throw that in the opening of this video, if you don't know who DAD is. And if they want to sue me, they got to come from Germany or Denmark or wherever they're from. So, and you have to do it in person so I can meet you guys. That's the only caveat to that. So anyway, I digress. But we just wanted to kind of throw out a happy holidays to you guys, and thank you for the support. We don't have very many viewers on the YouTube page yet, but that's coming. So we'll be doing more, and like I said, we've got a ton of stuff that we're trying to post. We're selling a lot more stuff. So again, happy holidays to you and yours. If you're here in California, or I know it's been kind of havoc throughout the Midwest and so forth with the weather and everything, and it's just bananas really with everything that's going on. And we've kind of been monitoring stuff on. We were going to travel for the holidays, and we just decided, no way, we're not going to try. We're not going to brave that. And so many flight cancellations and everything else, and hopefully none of you guys got caught up in that and everything. But if you did, I don't know what to tell you. That's a crappy situation. But anyway, just wanted to send out some happy holidays to you and yours, and have a safe and happy New Year. Please don't drink and drive if you're gonna go out and party and drink and stuff, or go to a show. Just get an Uber or grab a hotel room, man, and it ain't worth it. Happy holidays to you and yours. I hope you guys had a great one. Happy New Year, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys in 2023. Check the eBay page, JC Mercantile, also on Poshmark, JC Merc, I believe it is. But if you look up JC Mercantile, I'm sure it'll come up. And now on Etsy. I think we have one item on Etsy right now, but it seems to be a place where I might move some of the stuff that we have that's on eBay that's a little more suited for Etsy. Some of the handmade jewelry that we have that we picked up at some estate sales and so forth that is just not getting any traction on eBay. We might just end up moving those over to Etsy, and that kind of seems like the suitable forum for that kind of item. But we'll see how it goes. Everything's kind of the learning curve right now. So like I said, this is our first holiday season with the store, and it was pleasant. I personally am pleasantly surprised with how active it was. I'd like to see it a little more active, but we're getting there, I guess. And the more people that understand that online shopping and eBay shopping is just as good, if not better, than going to a store. It's not just buying crap. We have a lot of quality items for affordable prices. So sure, a lot of you eBayers and resellers are the same as us. We look for quality, and we like to offer it at an affordable price. So that's kind of how we roll. So anyway, this made this video way too long already, so I'll repeat myself for about the 19th time. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Be safe out there, guys. We want to see you guys in 2023. Saturday morning, beautiful California. It's raining again, so no garage sailing today. We might hit the bins today. I got to go up to Roseville, pick up a couple of things anyway from we played a show last week, and my bass player got a little intoxicated and left his basses at the venue. So it happens. We're just fortunate enough that we have a good relationship with the people that run the venue. We do a lot of good shows there. So the manager called me up and was like, "Hey, are these yours?" "Yes." So I got to go pick them up because they're having a big New Year's Eve show tonight. So I don't really want those things hanging around. I'd like to grab them just in case somebody decided to pick them up, walk off with them. So I got to go up to Roseville anyway, and that's where the bins just happen to be. So maybe drop in. I don't know. We'll see. There's some cool thrift stores up that way. So, but at any rate, like I said, it's Saturday morning. It's raining. We had some things sell overnight, so I was just kind of printing out some packing slips here, packing slips, and then we'll go pick them. So we had a few things. Sell overnight. I think in the video here that I shot yesterday, I told you that we were just kind of slowing down on sourcing for the end of the year. Just simply because we have a bunch of inventory that we haven't posted yet. So we're trying to get that all taken care of and get that all into the into inventory to sell. So one of them, I think I showed you, we did an auction, and we did. It's not that we're not sourcing. We bought some stuff on an online auction last night that I'll have to go get tomorrow, and I'll do a video for that as well. We got some really good stuff in that online auction, and the first time that we looked at it, wasn't that impressed with what was being offered, so we weren't sure that we were going to do it, but we did. And let me see if I can break some of that stuff up and kind of just give you an idea of what we got. Actually, there wasn't a lot of people bidding on it. I think maybe because it's the holiday weekend or whatever the case may be. Doesn't really matter. So I'll just kind of show you here. Let's see if I can grab this thing without making it too crazy. So this is the auction that we bid on last night. That's the rain. It's been coming down for quite a while. I don't know if this is going to transfer very well from screen to screen, but we got a couple of these large coffee makers. They're like 1.5 gallons, and I don't normally do this, so I'll just do it as an example. I hate doing this. It goes against everything I've ever learned in business and everything else, but I know a lot of the YouTubers and resellers do this, and I don't know why. It may just be to kind of inspire other resellers to do this, but at any rate, I don't normally do this. I'll do it a couple of times, but we paid $16 for that, and I got 2 of these, and I think the other one I got for just over $20. These resell on eBay for about $135. So just to kind of give you an idea of what kind of profit margin you could be looking at as a reseller. And I am a musician, so there's a bunch of stuff on here from another lot that we bid on, and we got a bunch of that stuff, and I kept a lot of it because I do production and so forth, so a lot of the stuff came in handy, but there apparently was a lot of stuff left over that didn't sell in the auction. So this power distribution, don't know if you can see that very well, but that power distribution rack mounted power distribution unit right there goes for about $60. These are speak-on connectors. Those go for about $5 to $10 each packet, and it looks like there's a box full. I'll get a count tomorrow. Most of these cables right here I'll probably just keep. These are popper stoppers, so for microphones. This is the foam piece that slips over the head of the microphone, and it's use them for wind blocking and so forth. Those go for about $18 a piece, and there's like 12 of them there, and I think we got that for, what did we get that for, $18. So we'll do pretty well on that. This I couldn't pass up. It's a Sag Harbor. It's old, it's vintage, but it's cool. It's a red plaid blazer, and it's got a little Christmas wreath brooch or pin or whatever right there. Nobody bid on it, so I got it for $8. This is I think these auction houses are just kind of clearing out some of the stuff that they have in inventory and that didn't sell through the year, so they're just doing hodgepodge auctions. This is a Mazda Miata shifter kit. I got that for $5. These two microphone stands I will probably keep, but they're shorties, so they come in handy for mic and bass drums, and I can put a mic, a boom head on there and use them for hi-hat or amplifiers, and mic and amps, mic and cabinets, mic and drums. They come in handy. Another kind of spaghetti bowl of there's a new XLR cable in there, a 10-footer, and this router right here probably come in handy. I know guitar player in one of my bands does sound as well, and his sound equipment is all Wi-Fi. So, and we have had an instance where his router did go out while we were getting ready to play a show, so it might come in handy one day. We got this Sigma flower holder, candle holder, glass. It's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. We got that for $6. And this lot right here we only grabbed because I saw this pineapple candle snuffer, and we'll probably keep that. That's pretty cool. We light a lot of candles in our house, and so got that for $8.76. Candy bid on this Disney memorabilia lot. There's a couple of Disney with the Christmas hat. I think those are antenna toppers, a couple of luggage tags, and a pencil box, which is really cool. Got that for just under $12. I had to grab this Columbia jacket here. It's vintage. Got that for $16. You can see the vintage tag there. It's a Columbia convert. So we'll do some sourcing or some comps on that when we get it tomorrow. Got this cute little stuffed dog and this vintage Mervyn's. Mervyn's used to be a department store here in California. Stuffed bear there, Eureka Pete. Got that for $5 for both those guys. And we got this youth motorcycle riding. These are Built Racing pants, and this is a 661 shirt that's padded up. It's got the elbow pads, shoulder pads, and a spine pad and a chest plate, which is really cool. And then there's a pair of bike knee pads, and then a pair of Fox elbow pads, additional elbow pads. I believe those are right there. So that's a good little lot right there. Got that for $7. And then I grabbed this. This is a Lowe's Motor Speedway Charlotte. When I was a kid and watching NASCAR, it used to be just the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and now it's sponsored by Lowe's or owned by Lowe's or whatever. But this is a vintage jacket. You can see the hit on the back there, all embroidered. It's a really nice jacket. Picked that up for $6. These gun trigger locks, I have one of these on my 44, and these really work on revolvers really well. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these trigger locks, and then there's a little padlock right there as well. So picked that lot up for $12. And then Candy grabbed these right at the end of the auction. A couple of the necklaces, which are really pretty. $6 for the 4 necklaces there. I think those are gold. And this Lady Buxton jewelry box, which is it's vintage and it's super cool. She got that for $7. Sorry, I was trying to look at the screen there. So we have been sourcing, and that's what we did last night. We hit that. We were going to hit one other auction and didn't realize that it had already started. So we didn't really get in on it. And there wasn't really anything too desirable on there, to be totally honest. But nonetheless, if we can, and we would have had to go to San Jose to grab it. So probably better that we missed it. So anyway, I'm gonna grab a sip of my coffee here. I'm gonna go grab this stuff that sold last night, and then I'll show you what it was. All right, let's grab these packing slips here. Got them all. Light really sucks. Well, light really sucks because I don't have it turned on. All right, let's get to picking. See what we got. So that one I already got. Sorry. Let's see here. The Story of Alexander Graham Bell on DVD. It's not exactly Terminator, but yeah, it's informative and educational, I guess. So, to move this box here real quick, we can get into our DVD box. Then we got it right on top. Booyah. All right, we got The Story of Alexander Graham Bell. So in the first video, I showed you guys how we kind of converted our garage into a storeroom. You can kind of see it. Still working out really good. I don't know if I had that center rack in there when I showed it the first video, but we still got a little bit of organizing to do. But the more we sell, the more space we get. We got a couple of open spaces up there from some stuff that we sold, some of the bigger items that we sold. So I got to get back in here one day, and this is a lot of loose items. Our camera bags that we have for sale are up there. Yeah, there's just some different stuff up there, some art that's in that box right there. We're just trying to keep protected and so forth. So next item is this is a vintage Star Trek coloring book that I just posted the other day. Really cool. I think it's from the 70s, maybe, I think. I don't remember. I have to look. That's it right there. There it is. This book box has gotten super heavy, so sometimes I envy the people on YouTube that we watch that only do clothes. We've kind of made the decision to do a lot of different stuff, so we have odd size boxes and heavy boxes and light boxes. But at any rate, yeah, that's a 1978 coloring book, never been used, which is pretty cool. And then this one came in late last night. This is Lululemon black toasty tech tight 2 side pockets running leggings. Those are in AH, I believe. So AH. So our numbering system or lettering system or however you want to. Matter of fact, I just had these out because somebody asked if an iPhone would fit in them. So they're sitting right there on top. So the way we did this was we just started with. We actually just started, and I will say this for you people that are looking to get into reselling and doing eBay or whatever. And look, there's 1,000 videos out there that'll tell you 1,000 different things. They'll tell you not to cross list. They'll tell you not to do Poshmark. They'll tell you not to do Etsy. They'll tell you to stick with eBay or not to do eBay or whatever it is, man. There's 1,000 different things. Do what you want to do, and you kind of figure it out as you go, what works best. We simply started out with eBay because it really is. It's the easiest platform, I think, to just kind of get started. And we didn't start with a store. We just started. And it wasn't until we were selling more and more things that we realized, and posting more and more things, because that's really what kind of hinders you when you start, is how many things you can put in your inventory if you're not paying for a store on eBay. So we decided, because we were hitting that wall of inventory, how much stuff that we could post. We didn't really understand inventory. We didn't really understand anything regarding reselling. And Candy watched a lot of YouTube videos with a lot of different resellers and got a lot of good ideas. And a lot of you guys that we watched on YouTube, it's the same thing. It's this community is really kind of cool in that it's really the first business that not the first, but everybody shares their secrets. And a lot of times in business, when there's a lot of competition, you don't really do that. You're trying to get an upper edge in your competition in order to succeed. But this industry right here is a little bit different in that everything gets shared on YouTube. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing right now. And I don't know that the industry knows right now. I do feel that there are some things that get shared on YouTube, on the YouTube platform regarding reselling that's probably detrimental to this industry. And I think that we have yet to see that really have an adverse effect on what we do. And a lot of that is just sharing cost versus what we pay, cost versus selling price and so forth, and profit margins and everything else. I don't know that it's a healthy thing to share all that. But at any rate, what we figured out was our inventory system. We were just putting things in boxes and kind of hoping to be able to find it and so on and so forth. And we quickly realized that, oh hell, we're selling a lot of things and we have no idea where it is. So we made the investment. We bought shelving for the garage, and I had to come in here and kind of clear this garage out. I had a lot of stuff in here from my old construction company and my old business that I just had to clear out and consolidate into the other garage. And we're fortunate that we have the space to do this. That doesn't mean that we don't have storage lockers, because we do. We have 2 for other stuff that we have, and we still have to go through all that stuff and get rid of a lot of that stuff. But anyway, we were fortunate that we had this space. So we quickly realized that we have to get some type of inventory system. So we just started with box A through Z. And the funny thing is that these boxes are different sizes than the other boxes because they fit better on this shelving. So this shelving I bought at Home Depot, I believe it was, or Sam's Club, or one of the two. They're a little bit smaller. These are the medium-sized banker boxes. And then I found this racking, which I prefer. It's a little more heavy duty. It's taller, and I had to kind of make a top shelf, but it gives us a little more storage. But this one here doesn't really fit. So this is the medium-sized banker box on this shelving. And you can see I have a big gap here at the end. So that's 3 boxes, and I have a little gap there at the end. It really fits so here, these are the large banker boxes on this shelving, and they fit perfectly 3 across. But the larger banker box does make it heavier. But I'm okay with that because I can get up there and get it. So it's not quite streamlined, but it works for right now, and we'll get it a little more streamlined as we go along. But you can see we quickly ran out of space A through Z, and we ended up having to double up, and now we're at AA, AB, AC, AD, etc. A lot of stuff that we keep loose are the heavier items. We have, like, as I've said before, we are a mercantile store. So just like the mercantile stores of old, we carry a lot of different things, not just clothes or not just shoes or not just any one item. We try to offer a lot of different things. We have vintage games. There's a vintage Yahtzee, Scrabble. We have new stuff. We have, this is a brand new, still sealed model of the Statue of Liberty, VTech game. This little guy right here is getting a lot of attention on the eBay store. I think he has over 100 views, and I just got him maybe, I don't know, a month and a half ago maybe. So that's a vintage electronic game. We have cast iron biscuit molds. We have vinyl records. And this is this is vinyl records. These are laser discs. And I bundled a lot of these up. There's some Star Trek in there, and we just sold the laserdisc player several months ago. But whatever. My point is that we sell a lot of different things. We sell a ton of shoes. This is our second shoe box. There's that shoe box. There's shoes up on this top row up here, and we sell shoes, and shoes. But anyway. That's kind of the point of all that, is that we try to do a little bit different stuff. So if you do that and you offer different size things or irregular things, just be prepared for what it takes to sell that stuff. Golf, every time I buy something golf, Candy kind of looks at me like I have 3 heads, and it's like, now we have to figure out how to ship it. But I just sold a pair, so I think I showed you guys, this is a Callaway golf bag. That's almost brand new. I bought this lot for $31. This golf bag, a couple of brand new cases of golf balls. That bag right there is listed for $100, $99.99. And there was there's a bunch of clubs in there, and one of them was a set of Cleveland irons, and I just sold that for $89.99. So we've already paid for the lot, and the rest is going to be just profit to a degree, because we just keep throwing it back into buying more inventory. But we do pretty well on this, so it's okay. Plushes, we got a bunch of plushes, and I kind of was tired of throwing plushes into different boxes. It's just nice to have one place to find all your plushes, so we did that. So my point for all of this ranting here is, for you guys that are looking to get into this, you don't have to start with this, but at least have some type of inventory system so it doesn't drive you mad and push you into, we were almost pushed into a situation where we had to do this quickly, because we grew quick. We made that decision to grow quick. We made that decision to buy more inventory. But it was because there was we were getting traction. So, and we enjoy, for me, one of the funnest parts is acquiring the inventory, going to garage sales and seeing what people are getting rid of, and going to flea markets or buying online auctions. I mean, and going to the bins is fun. I mean, we can spend 5 hours at the bins. A lot of people don't do that. I've noticed that a lot of resellers go in there and they get a handful of stuff. We don't go very often because the bins are about an hour away from us, a little over an hour away from us. But I'm in that area all the time for the music side. So, but it's fun to go there, and we kind of make a day of it. And we'll come out with $200 worth of inventory. And like I showed you in one of the videos, we had 20 pairs of shoes and I think 50 something, almost 60 garments that we finally got them all listed, and everything's up and going. But that's kind of how we roll with the bins, acquiring at the bins. And now that it's raining in California, which it doesn't do very often, but I think we're going to have a wet winter, and we already have. That will kind of be our mode of sourcing for the foreseeable future until spring. So, but at any rate, okay, we're going to leave. So my point with all of that was, not to leave you high and dry, was if you guys are looking to get into reselling, just start with some sort of inventory system, whether it's just a box with and then we didn't realize also that you could there was ways to put that into eBay on your description page when you're posting things, that you could put that in there. We didn't realize that until later, that we kind of coordinate our inventory that way, and it makes it so much easier for finding stuff. That's not to say we don't put stuff in the wrong box. Still, we do. But it makes it a lot easier. So I can just come out here when things sell. And I know those Lululemon leggings were in box AH. Grab them, and I can get them in the mail and shipped to our customer as soon as possible. And I like to have that the very next day. If things come in, I go to the post office every day, and I ship every day, and I package every day. So my morning consists of waking up. I look through our inventory, see what I can send offers on, what's kind of getting stale, what's, sitting in inventory for a while. If it's got watchers, if it's been viewed, what I can do to get a little more traffic to that specific item. And then I'll go through and pull our orders. Once I pull those orders, I get them packaged right away and get them ready for post office trip, which I usually do in the afternoon, about 1 o'clock. So, and then the rest of the day is posting stuff. We just got to keep the traffic on our end. We got to keep the traffic heavy. So we want to be posting things every day. I don't care if it's a holiday or whatever. We don't do a lot of that. I mean, we have enough going on non-holidays. For instance, it's New Year's Eve. I'm going nowhere. Last year I spent New Year's Eve, Candy and I and my band went down and played a show in LA. Super fun. Would do it again at a drop of a dime. But this year we're just going to chill. So at any rate, the inventory thing was just that. Make sure when you get started, at least start with some sort of inventory system. It'll make things so much easier. And then as you grow, get some shelving, get some boxes. You'll notice a lot of these guys that are on YouTube and gals that are on YouTube have some sort of shelving, boxing system, numbering, lettering, some sort of inventory system that makes it so much easier to pull and get things. It just streamlines the process. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to lay these on a table and start packaging them, and I'll be right back with you, okay? All right, guys, we're back. So, you don't need to see the screen for this. I don't know how well that does, but then there's not that many orders, so I'm just going to kind of shoot this off here, just kind of give you an idea. And I won't do this all the time. Just want to kind of give you an idea. I don't have a lot of experience in reselling, but I do want to offer as much as I can to anybody that's thinking about doing this, because I do think this is a viable avenue for supplemental income, or if you can take this thing as far as you want to take it. You can make it. I don't believe there's anything. There's no such thing as a part-time reseller, because this does take quite a lot of your time, sourcing and packaging and so on and so forth, shipping and every aspect of it. Even as a part-timer, it feels like full-time. So when you go full-time, it is full-time. But at any rate, there's only a few items that sold yesterday, so I've pulled them. I'll just kind of give you an idea, and then I'll show you what they are. The Lululemon, and again, what I'm talking about is, I don't like to divulge cost and sale and profit margins and stuff like that. Most of you guys know what it is, you resellers. So and you'll find out if you decide to get into this. But anyway, so the Lululemon leggings, we got those, I don't know, maybe a month ago, maybe a little less. I think we paid $6 for those things, and let's see, they sold for $44.99 plus shipping. And I'll take this over there and show you what we got as I package them up. The vintage 1978 Star Trek coloring book. That we paid $5.75 for. That was in a lot with two other books, two other Star Trek books that are posted. So what I do is when we buy lots like that on auction, I just take the cost, and sometimes, and I do this with our bins also, is I just get the count of, and it's probably not a true cost breakdown of purchase price, but it works and it gives us an idea. I just average it out. So if I buy a lot, like for instance, this lot had 3 Star Trek books in it. The other 2 might have sold for more, might be worth more, but that's a lot of research I'm going to have to do to find true costs. So what I do is I just take the price we pay for the lot and I split it up into lots that I'm going to post it in. So for instance, this lot I split into 2 sellable lots. One was this single coloring and activity book, and the other one was 2 Star Trek books. They're actual books. They're not activity books. But at any rate, so we paid $5.75 for this this book, and it sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And that does include the buyer's premium from the auction house. So the auction house puts a premium on, it's either 10 or 15%. Some of them gone higher now. I guess they could justify that with inflation, but it is what it is. So at any rate, the Alexander Graham Bell DVD, paid 33 cents for that. We bought that in a lot of, we bought that on auction, and it was a box that had a bunch of DVDs in it, so that averaged out at about 33 cents per DVD, and that's sold for $10 plus shipping. And you'll find when you do that, so we've already paid for that DVD box lot that we bought, and it's already paid for itself. It did after about the 3rd or 4th DVD that we sold, and we have many more to sell, and then these just keep accumulating. So that lot's already paid for. And then this is something I just posted yesterday that sold like that. This is a 1997 Kiss collector promotion card. Kiss the band. So we average out, I bought a lot that had all of these cards in it, and they're non-trading cards, or non-sports trading cards. So for instance, these have been posted. These are Valiant comics trading cards. Let's see, what else do I have in it? 007 James Bond GoldenEye cards. These are just the ones that I got packaged up yesterday and posted. Finally got around to it. Back to the Future cards. These are MTV. I think I showed these to you guys on one of the videos. Beavis and Butthead cards. So those are posted. And this box contained over 450 cards. You can see that's how many I've got posted. And the rest all the way down have to be posted. Plus these. So this whole auction, we bought it in November, and I'm just getting around to it. We had maybe 3 items of that lot posted, and with the holidays and stuff, we had people over, so we just didn't get around to posting a lot of that stuff, and we were still acquiring inventory through that. So I just got around to posting all that stuff. So just to kind of give you an idea, we paid $130 roughly for that auction. This is the manifest for the auction. I don't know how many. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 lots that we purchased. We paid a total of $132.93 for all of this stuff here. And I can kind of just read you off what it's been posted for. There were some, and all this stuff was in one of the previous videos that I put in. You guys saw me bring that in and lay it out on the table over there and show you what we had. So we just got around to posting it. There were 8 1990s 35mm movie trailers. Cumulatively, those have been posted online on the eBay store for $150. Those were split up into 2 different lots. There was 2 different Doctor Who magazines. One was an Envision, and one was just a Doctor Who tech book. Those cumulatively posted for $44.98. The 1992 Invasion of the B-Girl softcover book. Questionable content, but it actually, as I was reading it, was kind of interesting. It's just Q&A, and it sells. $39.99. 2 Donald Trump ties, $38.98 cumulatively. The playbills from the Curry Theater, Geary and the Quran Theater in San Francisco, those are from the 1940s, and I haven't gotten around to posting those yet, but I did get them protected, and you guys can kind of see. I don't know if you can see these. These are 1940s playbills from plays. The Doe Girls. This one's from July of 1943. It's folded in half, but I had to get these things protected. Let's see what this is. Gertrude Lawrence in Pygmalion, 1947. So you just kind of see the vintage on these playbills. This one is 1942. Do you remember your history, what was going on in 1942? This is for Showtime. My Sister Eileen in 1942. These are all playbills from the Quran Theater in San Francisco, which is funny. My whole family's from San Francisco, so it'd be interesting to know. Now, my father was in the war, so he obviously wasn't going there. So the Doctor's Dilemma playbill, that's the Quran Theater in 1941. Big Time, this one is there I don't know if there's a date on there, but it would be the 40s also. I don't see a date on that one, but that one's pretty cool too. Some of these are front and back. Junior Miss, 1943. So when I say, I mean, obviously, I think D-Day was 1944. Not sure. And Pearl Harbor was 43, 44. I don't remember exactly which year it was, but you know, some of these were pre-invasion when we were attacked. And some of you guys that are scholars and everything else are just probably yelling at your videos. He doesn't know what Pearl Harbor was. So Claudia, the point is that these are really old. So 1945. So this is post D-Day. Here, war was still happening. Othello, Tobacco Road. These are just really cool. They're vintage, and Rio Rita. So I don't have these posted yet, and I have to do some more research. These might get posted as a lot, and they might get posted individually. Just not sure yet. So at any rate, I'm just trying to give you an idea of, I think, Vintage Power Rangers. I've posted a couple of those. Those are online. The Star Trek books, which you saw cumulatively $38.98 they're selling for. One just sold for $10, and so the other ones are 2 of them for $29.99 probably, or whatever. The Callaway Balls and Tees cumulatively are listed for $45. Some of those are novelty ones. There's a vintage Pinocchio poster, movie poster. That's the big one. It's like 40 by 26 or something like that. That one's listed for $39.99, and I think it's got 3 views already on it, and it's only been listed for a couple of days. And we've So yeah, and then there was 6 boxes of new golf balls, which cumulatively those are listed for $74. There was a vintage 19. I don't remember what year it was. I want to say like 78 or something like that. It Really Happened comic book that listed for $64.99. And then there was some Japanese animation VHS tapes that cumulatively that got split into 3 different lots. 2 of them individuals, and then there was 2 that went into a lot. Cumulatively, those are $55. And then the sports cards or non-sports card trading cards, obviously, I'm doing those now. There's 3 yearbooks that I showed you that I said I was probably going to keep. I looked through those and didn't find any of my family members in them, so probably going to sell those. I did a little bit of comps on those, and they go for almost $30 each, and those are from the 40s. I think there's 2 from 48. And 1 for 49, from 49, 47, 48, 49, I think was what those were. And then there was 4 8mm movies, and those were from the 40s as well, I believe. Those are listed for $59.99 on eBay. And then there was a vintage diamond cookbook by Cream of Wheat that's listed for $19.99. So I think when I calculated this out, it was well over almost $600, and not everything's been listed yet. So I think we could probably safely say that for a $132 investment, we are probably going to be closer to the $700 to $800 range as far as resale, maybe more. Like I said, a lot of the stuff's not even on there. I mean, there's another $100 there, so we'll probably be closer to the $800 to $1,000 range on that. So let me just grab this thing here. I'm just going to grab the camera, and then I'll show you how I've got them set out. What I like to do is I like to grab these things and I'll lay them out on the table with the packing slip, and then I start packaging and then do the shipping label and everything else. So this is the KISS card that's sold. So I just lay the packing slip on the table. That's the KISS card that's sold. And if you remember on the last video, I told you the only reason why I bought that whole box was for this KISS. I thought there would be more KISS cards in there, and there wasn't, but there are some pretty valuable ones in there. That sold within a day. So that was $2.50 plus shipping. This is the DVD that sold for $10. Story of Alexander Graham Bell. That sold for $10, I believe. Here's the vintage Star Trek coloring activity book that you saw earlier. And then the Lululemons. So we get all this packaged up. Last night we also sold a Patagonia jacket for like $50 that we've been holding on for a little bit. And like I said, we're just seeing a lot more traffic coming through, and I would like to see a lot more. So if anybody is out there, any of you resellers out there have any tips or anything for new resellers, like this is our first, this is our first winter and our first holidays with the store and everything else. And we're kind of surprised that a lot of the Christmas stuff that we have is still selling. And so forth. But if you have any tips or anything else, more than happy to learn from you. Like I said, this community of resellers is really kind of special. It's other than the music industry in some regards, it's the most unique community that I've been involved in. Everybody kind of shares ideas and shares everything. I mean, really, and it's down to, we've been at the bins before where we've kind of witnessed this kind of cult gathering of young kids in there looking for vintage stuff. And I get it. We watch Jacob Starr all the time. Love his stuff. We've been on his auctions, and there's just a ton of other, like I think I've mentioned the NC Picker, I'm drawing a blank with names, but there's just a ton of YouTubers that we watch and we respect and admire and kind of get a lot of ideas from them as well. So, and that's really all that we're trying to do with some of our knowledge that we figured out. If more people are kind of like us and thinking about getting into this industry, and like I said, it is really good. Right now, we are full timers. At least I am, and my girlfriend Candy, she works full time, and then in her off time, she does what she can here. We source together, we do the auctions together, and everything else. But we're just trying to offer what little knowledge we have and kind of the stepping stones that we've come across and how to overcome the hurdles for those that are looking to get into this. It's a good supplemental income, and it can actually be a source of income for people that want to just take it full time. So, at any rate, that was our deal. I'm gonna put this video together and mash it up and throw some good music on it, and so on and so forth. So, like I said the last time, you guys that are watching, each time we get more watchers. I'm a music person. I'm a musician. So if any of you watchers out there, hit me up. You can hit me up. You can leave a comment in the YouTube on the YouTube page. Just leave a comment down there, and I'll shoot you a reply with how to get a hold of me if you guys want me to throw your music on the videos that I do. I usually just try and put my band's music in the beginning and at the end. But if you want me to kind of feature your music, leave a comment below, and I'll let you know how to get a hold of me and how to shoot it to me, and I'll send you my email, and you can get it to me, or however else you can. I'll download it. I'll buy your music. I'm always down for supporting musicians and so forth. So do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe this page. Go to the eBay store, JC Mercantile. That's where you can find all of this stuff that I've showed you. We also cross post on Poshmark. You can find that at JC Merc. And we've just started on Etsy. I have some bigger items that need to probably go on Etsy, and then some smaller handmade jewelry items that we'll post on Etsy. And each one of these sites seems to have a niche and is better served for a certain purpose. So hit us up. I don't know where Matilda is because, oh, there she is in her normal spot. So I'll let you say goodbye to her. Bravo. The cutest damn dog you ever seen in your life. She's tired. It's holiday weekend. All right, so like and subscribe, guys. Check out the pages. Smash all the buttons you need to smash. And I'll put links down below. But thanks for joining me. We'll see you on the next one. Happy New Year. Be safe out there, guys. Don't do anything stupid. We want to see all you guys in 2023. So be safe. Don't drink and drive. Get a cab, get an Uber, get a room. All right. See ya.
Said that whiskey is fine, that cocaine smells so good. Said that whiskey is fine, that cocaine smells so good. Well, that woman, she left me just like she said she would.